Hi, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Welcome to the South Carolina College Baseball Recap for Thursday, May the 7th. There was only one game involving the state team played on Thursday. It was up in Ettrick, Virginia, where Claflin beat Virginia State 24-0 in 7 innings to take the championship of the CIAA Championship Series. It was a tournament involving 4 teams that are members of the Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association. That league does not sponsor baseball, but they put together an invitational for the 4 league members who do field baseball. All those 4 teams play in different leagues so they can have a schedule put together, and they got together to do this thing this week. And great win for Claflin. They won 3 games in as many days after going 4-36 for the regular season. Second time this year, Claflin won 3 straight games. They dropped the first 2 games, won 3 straight, lost 24 straight, beat USC Beaufort on the walk-off to break that losing streak, lost 10 more games in the regular season, and then had this fine performance up in Virginia this week. Wyland Sheffield was a winner. He had a complete game. He went 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, no runs, of course, a walk and 3 strikeouts. It was his second complete game of the season, the only 2 complete games that the Panthers got out of their pitching staff this year. And it was also his second complete game win of the season. He finished 2-11, but good pitching today. I really think that the tough schedule that Claflin played, particularly involving Peach Belt teams like North Georgia, USC Aiken, Lander, and the like, really helped prepare them to be able to compete in this tournament. For the Panthers, they scored 3 runs in the first inning, 4 runs in the second inning, and sent 22 batters to the plate in the third inning when they scored 17 runs. They got 12 hits, 11 of them were singles, only doubles by Torian Bunkley. They drew 12 walks and had 7 batters hit by pitches. Devin Campbell, Nehemiah Drew, and Anthony Hardy had 2 hits and 4 RBI apiece, while Drew also scored 4 runs, and 5 Claflin players scored 3 runs apiece. Again, this does not count as an official CIAA championship, but I know Coach Jalen Bledsoe and his crew are not going to give up any kind of trophies and hardware that went from that, especially after they've had such tough luck over the past few years. If you didn't see it yesterday, the 7 wins is the most they've had in a season since 2019. Again, a good win for the Panthers, and that was the only game involving state team this today. Now, down in the National Christian College Athletic Association tournament, South Regional in Toccoa, top seeded Fort Lauderdale beat Toccoa Falls, which is the number 2 seed, 11-9, and Fort Lauderdale advances to the NCCAA World Series in Kansas City later this year. I mention that because Bob Jones was in that regional, and also because the NCCAA is headquartered in Greenville. There were a couple of games involving ranked state teams, or I should say ACC and SEC teams, on Thursday. In the ACC, Miami took care of Louisville in a home opener by a score of 13-8, and that makes the ACC series standings now. Georgia Tech's 19-5, North Carolina 17-7, Boston College 17-10, Florida State 15-9, Miami is 14-11, as is Wake Forest is 14-13. Virginia, NC State are 12-12. Virginia Tech is at 13-14. Pitt and Stanford are at 10-14. Notre Dame is at 11-16. Louisville is at 10-15. Notre Dame is at 9-15. Clemson and California are tied for 15th at 8-16, and Clemson gets the tiebreaker in that. In the SEC, number 11 Mississippi State took a win over number 6 Auburn by a score of 10-3 at Duty Noble Field. SEC standings after Thursday's game: Georgia 18-6. Texas A&M and Texas are tied for second at 15-8. Next comes Mississippi State at 15-10, Auburn at 14-10, Alabama, Arkansas, and Florida are all at 13-11. Oklahoma and Ole Miss are at 12-12. Kentucky's at 11-13, as is Tennessee. Vandy's at 10-14. LSU is at 9-15. South Carolina's at 7-17, 15th place, and Missouri is at 4-20. How about the state schedule for Friday? Of course, the only games involving regular season are involving Division I teams. Let's start out with the tournament action going on. At Daly Field in Florence, Georgia Tech plays host to Hartford Community College out of Maryland in the best of 3 Atlantic District tournament. They'll play a doubleheader. First game is at 11. Second game is roughly a half hour, 45 minutes or so after game one is over. Best of three series. The championship goes to the Junior College World Series out in Grand Junction, Colorado later this month. The Peach Belt Conference Championship Series begins at Bob Stein Stadium in Dahlonega. Host North Georgia, the top seed, is at home against Lander at 5 o'clock to open that best of three series. Games 2 and 3 will be played on Saturday, 3 if necessary, of course. In the junior college, I forgot to mention, Game 3, if necessary, will be played on Saturday at Lexington County Baseball Stadium. The South Atlantic Conference Championship Series begins at Asheboro, North Carolina. It's a best of three series between top seed Catawba and number 2 Wingate. They play one game at 4 o'clock on Friday. Games 2 and 3, if necessary, a third game, will be on Saturday, again at Asheboro. Ditto for the Peach Belt Conference, 2 games if necessary on Saturday. How about the regular season games going on, again involving the state's 10 NCAA Division I teams? Sanford and the Citadel have moved their Sunday game up to Friday. They're going to be playing a split doubleheader. Game 1 is at noon at the Joe. Game 2 will be at 6 o'clock. Also, Alabama's at South Carolina at 5:30. East Tennessee State is at Wofford, and a big SoCon series at 5:30. Charleston Southern visits Longwood at 6. College of Charleston is at Elon at 6. Florida State is at Clemson at 6 o'clock. The Seminoles are ranked, of course. Big series for the Tigers, so they want to try to get back into the picture conversation for a at-large bid to the NCAA playoffs. They are coming off that nice win over Coastal Carolina on midweek. Speaking of Coastal, they're at home against Old Dominion at 6 o'clock. Sanford is at the Citadel for Game 2 at 6 o'clock. USC Upstate is at Presbyterian at 6. And Winthrop and High Point begin a Big South Conference series. Winthrop's up by 1 game in the Big South Conference standings. That series starts at 6 o'clock at Willard Stadium in High Point. Again, this is the South Carolina College Baseball recap for Thursday, May the 7th, the schedule for Friday, May the 8th. You can always keep up to date on what's going on in college baseball at South Carolina at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. I provide in-game updates on X under the handle of Palmetto Base, and you can always contact me at Rudy Jones at PalmettoStateBaseball.com with your questions, comments, or other kind of things you need to know or want to tell me. But for now, that's it. I hope the rain holds off so everyone is able to get all their games in. For now, this is Rudy Jones saying good night. Jesus loves you.